The Pittsburgh Steelers have made a number of moves this offseason, as they are building a roster with the all-in mentality for the 2025 season. They've acquired several Pro Bowl and All-Pro veterans, including DK Metcalf, Jalen Ramsey, Jonnu Smith, and Aaron Rodgers to gear up for what will hopefully be a season that goes deep into January. One player that still hasn't reported, though, is former Defensive Player of the Year TJ Watt. The All-Pro edge rusher is entering the final year of his deal and did not report to mandatory minicamp as he seeks an extension. Steelers captain Cam Hayward appeared on The Rich Eisen Show and opened up about the discussions he's had with Watt. "We've talked, but we don't really talk about contracts," Hayward said. "But man, that's my brother. I want that dude to get paid what he deserves. That dude is one of the most fierce and best players in our league, and he's respected throughout the league. I've had the best time being able to play with him, and I hope this year's not the last time we play together. That's my running mate." Hayward was asked about a potential trade that could send Watt elsewhere, to which he quickly shut down that possibility. "I'm going up to Omar and I'm telling him, that's not happening," Hayward said. "I don't think it helps our team to trade a guy like that." Guest host Seth Rollins jokingly asked Hayward if he has the power to make that decision to veto a trade. "No, I don't," Hayward said. "I'm just going to put my hat in the ring and say, this cannot happen." While a trade has been discussed by seemingly everyone in the media, most Steelers fans will tell you they've given it zero thought because there's almost a 0% chance it happens. Watt will all but certainly get an extension from the Steelers and retire in Pittsburgh. FB DJ Thomas Jones. Experience/age. Rookie, 23. Contract status. $850,000 cap hit if he makes the team in 2025, signed through 2027. The past. Thomas Jones began his college career at Ole Miss as a highly rated incoming tight end recruit. He played in 6 games during the 2020 season before transferring to South Alabama. Thomas Jones was a part-time starter in 2022 and 2023 before starting every game last season. According to Pro Football Focus data, the majority of his snaps throughout his career have come as an inline tight end, though he also has run routes out of the slot and even out wide in addition to, on occasion, lining up in the backfield. It is at fullback for which he was scouted by NFL teams. The 6'2", 256-pound Thomas Jones totaled 69 catches for 610 yards and 11 touchdowns in 36 games over 3 seasons for South Alabama. While DJ Thomas Jones lacked the accolades in the Sun Belt Conference and wasn't among the 257 players selected in the draft, he did enough on the field in college for the #Steelers to sign him as an undrafted free agent. 2025 outlook. Judging by the $30,000 signing bonus the Steelers gave Thomas Jones after he'd gone undrafted in April, the organization targeted him and his skill set. It was one of the largest bonuses the Steelers have ever given an undrafted free agent. Thomas Jones said during rookie minicamp that in college, "Nobody played with as much passion and violence as I did, and the Steelers surely would welcome, and are expecting, the same." Thomas Jones' path to making the team is to show his blocking is varsity level for the NFL. He will surely also have to exhibit a willingness to excel on special teams. The Steelers have no other true fullback among their 90-man camp roster, although the team's public website does list Connor Hayward as tight end/fullback. The team routinely brings in a true fullback to camp, but since Derek Watt's contract expired after the 2022 season, have not carried one on the regular season active roster. Last year, Jack Coletto spent some time on the practice squad. With Hayward's status as the number 4 tight end, he is not a lock for a roster spot and is not necessarily 100% needed at tight end. It is possible that Thomas Jones can show enough in camp that Hayward's job could be in jeopardy. The two could conceivably coexist on the roster, too, especially in the context of coordinator Arthur Smith's tight end-friendly scheme. In Smith's first season in charge of the offense last year, Hayward lined up at fullback 82 times. While that averages less than 5 snaps per game, that is a dramatic increase over the pre-Smith days. Watt, for example, lined up in the backfield 99 times over 3 seasons. If Thomas Jones shows he can handle the gig, he can make this team. If the Steelers hope to land QB Arch Manning in the draft, then they had better learn to practice patience. The Texas Longhorns quarterback paid no mind to talk of the 2026 NFL Draft when addressing the media yesterday. After all, he shouldn't, of course, as for the moment, his resume is primarily his last name. During his press conference at SEC Media Days yesterday, one reporter asked Arch Manning, a potential Steelers draft target, about his NFL future. "I'm really just worried about getting through this interview and then getting through the run tomorrow," he said. "I'm just focused on this year and getting better each day." The son of Cooper Manning, Arch has two very famous uncles, Peyton and Eli. The Manning brothers each won 2 Super Bowls, Eli coming out in 2004, the year the Steelers drafted Ben Roethlisberger. They have only drafted one quarterback in the first round since then, which proved a failure. Their first-round pick in 2022, Kenny Pickett, is already on his third team. With Pittsburgh hosting the 2026 NFL Draft, however, the Steelers are maneuvering to target a quarterback high in the next class, whether that includes Arch Manning or not. While the Steelers and the league do not know if Manning will declare for next year's draft, there are others who may prove better options than this year's draft. The list includes Drew Aller of Penn State, Carson Beck of Miami, FL, and Cade Klubnik of Clemson. Pittsburgh is moving forward in 2025 with a one-year arrangement with Aaron Rodgers. He has already stated publicly this is, in all likelihood, his last season, and that is all they expect. The Steelers' goal is to draft a quarterback in 2026, Manning or no. Arch Manning only has 2 starts under his belt, having played behind 2025 draft selection Quinn Ewers. In his college career, he is 63 of 95 passing for 969 yards with 9 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. He also has 4 rushing touchdowns on 28 carries for 115 yards. More than half of that came on a 67-yard touchdown against UTSA. "I learned so much from Quinn my 2 years behind him," Manning said. "I think he handled it like a pro. It's definitely not easy having me as the backup with all the media, but he's always been nice to me and good to me. I'm forever grateful for him." With Ewers now in the NFL, Arch Manning enters his redshirt sophomore season as the Longhorns quarterback. But he isn't thinking about what feels like his inevitable football future. Right now, he just wants to learn and grow, and play football.